when we are typically starting off of our entrepreneurship journey, either we are working, either we've got some sort of funds or savings that we've got, or we are towards getting broke on a regular basis, or I don't know, like a lot of one thing that we do when we are starting off the entrepreneurship journey that I know of the way I've been through. I used to sell, mom used to give me money from her sold jewelry so that I can start things out. So one, I did not have savings. Second, I did not had any investments. Third, I was not working, so I did not had any cash to even think about investing into a business. So I had to borrow money from mom, and that was a different journey altogether. So when we are starting off the journey, one of the typical things that we need to be doing when we are starting. By the way, thank you so much for joining in. Hi, this is Fazal, and we're just talking about the content anyway. Now, the typical thing when we are generating the first cash flow, so they're like in this channel I've kind of shared you two methods, I think. Two cash flow management coolness. I think that video is CMC, cash flow management coolness. You can search for that video where I spoke about one of the messages that my mentor taught us, the whole community. Siddharth Rashika said TWCGO, and then can I tweak it to my own required model, and can I made it in my own direction. Like this is something that I want to align. Like point being, I designed my own strategy. Cool. So there was his method, there was my method, and there's also a third method that we are going to talk about in this one video. Broke way of managing money or initial revenue, not income, revenue. So when you're making that, say 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees, initially we are going to follow this method, BHP method. So we are recording this video on 31st of August 2022. So you know exactly with what state of financial stability that I am on. So you know exactly this is something that I've been following right now. So the first category is, since you're starting off the business is the priority on the top of it. So you need, because you're already on borrowed money, or you're going already broke, or you're already broke, your savings are getting drained. So the first foremost, whenever you make money, so the money has to go into the business factory. So first category for you is going to be business. The 100% of income, out of 100% of income, 85% of your income, we allow that aside, we put that aside just for the sake of business. Business tools, advertisements, CA fees, all those things. So these are three macro things where we say, I make say 10,000 rupees today. I don't know when I'm going to make 10,000 rupees again. Cool. So I need to be running advertisements. I need to be allocating money for my advertisements. I need to be allocating money for my tools. I need to be allocating money if there is GST. So GST CFE is going to be there. So out of 10,000 rupees, 8,500 rupees I put aside just for the sake of business. You know, tools, advertisements, the fee, those categories. 85%, 8,500 goes there. Okay. Then you've got bills to pay. That you've got like rent, electricity, education, petrol, food, groceries, provisions, all these cool things. For that, we are allocating just 10% of your income. So the 10% of income just for home expenses. Now, why 10% over here? One of the reasons why 10% over here is because you just need to lay low for some time. You can start following the TWCGO method, or the method that I can given you the other day. You can actually start following that method, but you'll be just allocating 30% of your money income to your business. Say you're making 10,000 rupees and you allot 33,000 rupees into your business. What good is it going to do to the business? Advertisements, 3 days money is going. What about the tools? What about rest of the days of advertisements? Because once that is stopped, khalas, business is closed. You don't have money after that. You don't have loans, investments, savings have been gone. You're already broke. You don't have money to put it. That's why that's the only reason that we put 85% back into business. Say do this for like 30 days or 2 months or 3 months, so that you can keep on growing your business very fast with advertisements and tools, so that let's say 30 days or 60 days, you'll be able to fade this particular formula down and have your own formula, the TWCGO, or the method that I kind of propose that way. Then the third category for you is going to be personal expenses. You need to be rewarding yourself. Say you're making like 10,000 rupees. You have never made 10,000 rupees in a day. Probably you were into corporate world. You used to make like 60,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees. That was your income. But when it comes to business, you've kind of put really hard work into building something. And when you don't give yourself rewards of just that 5% of the revenue, it doesn't do justice what I feel. So there, you just, for say 10,000 rupees, you take like 500 rupees of it. 5% is what, 500 rupees, right? 500 rupees of 10,000. Great. So do what you want to do in that 500 rupees. Don't that money, 500 rupees is for you. You do whatever you want to do with that money. You want to buy a pen, you want to buy a chocolate, you want to buy and eat sweets, anything. That's the bottom. 500 rupees. You enjoy that 500 rupees for now. On a later stages, you're going to enjoy a good 10 and 25, 10 and 15% of your income. Like 10% going to be your personal income from that strategy, the different methods that I've got, and 15% going to be you're going to enjoy through travel category that you've kind of built. So there are a lot of ways of doing this. It's something that I've kind of figured out the way I just from how can Fazal go from broke to being a stable entrepreneur, right? Financial stable entrepreneur. So how can I go that? I kind of craft like 85% goes into business, 10% goes to the home expenses, 5% I get to have. The rest of the three categories, that is travel, wealth, charity, that I'm going to take care of when we start having that great cash flow of the great stream of income that's coming. So that's the second stage. The first stage, I think this is the myth that we all can follow. So this is something I'm following. I also want you to follow if you are into that stage. So thanks so much for making this video, me and the topic of our video. The next video that I'm going to record is going to be a slightly great video for you to watch. 16 checklist of challenges I faced, which you may also face. The 16 pieces of challenges that I've kind of listed all the way from starting a business to converting a single member for your community in this part of it, without no mindset part of it. And there are a lot of challenges after conversions also, but I kind of segment that into 16 before until you make that first step. Cool. I'm going to do that now. Thank you so much for making this video with me and the topic of our video. May peace and blessings be upon you and your friends. Adios. I should have to do that.